Hey everybody, hope your day is going well. You're back with another reaction. We're checking out Randy Travis. I Told You So. Interesting title. I've reacted to some of his songs before, not too many. I think Three Wooden Crosses, that's amazing storytelling. The Box is another one that had a great writing. And Deeper Than the Holler, is that the last one I reacted to? I think it was. Today we're listening to I Told You So.
Suppose I called you up tonight and told you that I love you. And suppose I said I want to come back home. And suppose I cried and said I think I've finally learned my lesson. And I'm tired of spending all my time alone. If I told you that I realize you're all I ever wanted, and it's killing me to be so far away, would you tell me that you love me too? And would we cry together? Or would you simply laugh at me and say, I told you so? Oh, I told you so. I told you someday you'd come crawling back and asking me to take you in. I told you so, but you had to go. Now I found somebody new, and you will never break my heart into again. If I got down on my knees and told you I was yours forever, would you get down on yours too and take my hand? Would we get that old time feeling? Would we laugh and talk for hours, the way we did when our love first began? Would you tell me that you've missed me too, and that you've been so lonely, and you waited for the day that I return, and we'd live in love forever, and that I'm your one and only? Or would you say the tables finally turned? Would you say I told you so? Oh, I told you so. I told you someday you'd come crawling back and asking me to take you in. I told you so, but you had to go. And now I found somebody new, and you will never break my heart in two again. And now I found somebody new, and you will never break my heart in two again.
Wow. That is a painful song, but his vocals are tremendous on this. And I really like the chorus too. It sounds really big. That "Oh, I told you so." It sounds like, uh, man, it sounds really almost like a song. It reminds me of the type of music that was around when I was a kid, and of course, this is from 1987 when I was born. But it's not this song, but just the way he was singing, it felt like, oh, this is feels nostalgic for some reason. I've never heard it. I don't know. That doesn't make sense to you, probably, but it just feels that way in my heart and mind. Fantastic song, but it's painful. I love the slide guitar in it, the acoustic as well, the drum and bass. But to me, the vocals were just, yeah, really, really, really nice. that twang that he has, but that cry sometimes in his voice, the pain, the is it double tracking perhaps in some parts? The chorus. Maybe some backing vocals. There's another voice in there.
Now I found somebody new, and you will never break my heart into again.
I like that little picking pattern there. Yeah, he kind of started off with the hypothetical, suppose I called you up, what ifs, if I told you, this is kind of like regret arriving too late. And, it's not because we knew we screwed up and we're asking for forgiveness that, all will be forgiven or that we are even entitled to forgiveness. And even if we are, it doesn't mean that everything's going to go back to the way it was. Like the other person said, I found somebody new and you'll never break my heart in two again. You had your chance. You messed up and, I moved on. Yeah. We've all done things, and regretted it later. Uh, could be number of different things, but you can relate to that pain. It's painful. Even if you screwed up yourself, it still hurts. Damn, it's a good song. He's a great writer. He's imagining this reconciliation too, that the contrast of what happens in real life then is so there's the biggest part of the pain. He's at all these situations. Hey, what if I told you I loved you and I finally learned my lesson? It implies that it's been happening and now I'm tired of being alone, and it's like, nah, now it's too little too late. Would you tell me that you love me too? You're imagining all these things that you would want to hear and hope that happens. You laugh and talk for hours the way we did when our love first began, recapturing that first phase of your love, but it's not happening. If the tables have finally turned and now I'm in this position. Ooh, what a fantastic tune, huh? I need to hear that chorus once again. That was amazing.
I told you so.
Oh, that hurts. That slide, huh?
Now I found somebody new, and you will never break my heart into again. If I got down on my knees and told you I was yours forever, would you get down on yours too and take my hand?
It is painful to listen to this, but it's so good. Yeah, Randy Travis. I need to explore more of his music. So if you have any other recommendations, please let me know, and I hope to see you there. Goodbye.